UFC Superfan here. We are doing a very special video today. We are doing a survival guide and preparation list for the UFC Fan Expo. It is coming up in about 2 weeks from now, so it's coming up fast. For those of you who don't know what the UFC Fan Expo is, it takes place in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center. It is a convention for everything UFC related. To meet fighters, to take pictures. There's booths for everything MMA related, so like t-shirts, workout gear, boxing gloves, UFC gloves, things like that. There's guest speakers, there's fight training seminars, anything that a fan would want is there. They have CrossFit trainings, they have wrestling and jiu-jitsu matches also. But what I want to get to is for that casual fan that's going there to meet fighters, get autographs and pictures and whatnot. In front of you, you see the past programs from the last few years. So this will be my 5th UFC Fan Expo. This is my first one in 2010 in Las Vegas. They jumped to Houston next year, went back to Vegas in 2012, and then Vegas again 2013. They had a couple they had one in Canada, one in Boston, and one in London that I missed, but great experience. I'm not an expert on the Fan Expo by any means. I'm just a fan that can help guide you guys in the right direction. So, these tips will be very obvious to most people, but it's good for you guys to hear it nonetheless. And this will be part 1 of 2 parts. So I want to break it up into 2 videos. Tip number 10, if you can see it. The expo goes on on Saturday 10 to 5 and on Sunday 10 to 4. So you are on your feet for pretty much the entire day. And unless you have a very physical job, which I don't, I have a desk job, I'm not used to standing, 10 hours, 11 hours a day. So as obvious as this seems, make sure to wear comfortable shoes. I've seen people wear flip-flops, and I've seen girls wear high heels, and at the end of the day, their feet are just gone. And especially if you are going, multiple days, you're seeing the fights afterwards, it's a long, long day. So, can't stress it enough, comfortable shoes. The next tip for dress and what to wear, and this is actually an interesting one, is that Las Vegas in the summertime, it's 110 degrees outside. In the convention center and in the casino, it's a cool 65 degrees. So I actually wear pants and not a long sleeve, but I wear pants and a t-shirt. But I see a lot of people wear long sleeves because it is so cold in there. And if you are like me and you get cold easily, by all means, wear something that will keep you warm. Tip number 9, entertainment and electronics. So, for entertainment, you are spending the majority of your time waiting in line. It's long lines, sometimes up to 2 to 3 hours wait. So, you want to make sure you bring entertainment for yourself. So, it could be your phone, could be a book, could be a magazine, just anything to pass the time, because it does get a little bit tedious sometimes. In addition, being at the convention center for such a long time, you're on your phone, you're using your battery. Make sure to bring an extra battery or one of those emergency chargers, or even a plug, because there are outlets out there. Just in case your phone is like my phone and it runs out of battery very, very quickly. It can definitely be a lifesaver. In addition, your camera. Very obvious. Want to make sure it's fully charged. Even having multiple memory cards because, again, you're taking lots and lots of pictures, some videos. You just want to be well prepared and not have your camera run out of memory card space. That's pretty obvious. And the final part for this tip is that a lot of you are bringing your significant others. You're bringing your wives, your girlfriends, mistresses maybe, your kids. It's hard to have your wife wait 3 hours in line to meet Chuck Liddell, for example, but it does happen. So you want to make sure she is entertained, she has something to do, her phone's fully charged so she's not nagging you. Same thing for your kids. Make sure they're entertained, they have some toys, because I would not want to put my kids through waiting so long to meet Ronda Rousey, for example. So, rule of thumb, entertainment for your children, wives, girlfriends. Tip number 8, autograph stuff. One of the big reasons that people go to these events are to meet their favorite fighters. I have a fight schedule, or excuse me, an autograph schedule, and just to see everyone here from last year, a ton of big names. Forrest Griffin, Benson Henderson, you can get that BJ Penn, and on this side, some decent people here. Cain Velasquez, GSP. People want these guys to sign anything and everything, and a lot of times they will have their own pens. So fighters will have their own pens, they'll have their own things to sign for you. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you catch them in between signing things. That's why it's good to have pens. All types of Sharpies, paint pens, whatever you can think of. These you can get at Target or Michael's or any craft store, and it's just good to have some pens for just in case. Also, what I like to do is I like to have things for the fighters to sign. So this UFC belt, which I showcased I think a week ago, I can have fighters sign there, and it looks great. So, you know, just a lot of different things to sign. You can buy gloves. I have a Randy Couture signature right there. You know, it's just great for them to sign something. So, rule of thumb, have pens ready just in case. Fighters will have pens and things to sign for you, like 8x10s, promo cards, things like that. So you don't need to bring any of that, but just in case you see them in the casino, you see them walking around, they don't have a pen on them, have one in your pocket. It's a lifesaver. Tip number 7, all important, water and snacks. I can't stress that enough. On your feet the entire day, you get hungry, dehydrated, cranky, everything like that, and it's just great to have snacks while you're waiting in line, just so you can munch on something, you don't faint. There's a lot of people, it gets hot. It's definitely a must-have. As you know, anything in Las Vegas is expensive. Anything in the convention center is even more expensive. If you want to pay $5 for a thing of water, hey, so be it, but bring some just in case. You'll save a lot of money, you'll save a lot of time, and it's definitely worth it. Also, just throwing this out there, lunchtime. You figure lunchtime will be a couple hours into the expo. It's right in the middle of it, and it kind of cuts it in a weird time. So what I always advise is if you can pick up a sandwich or something beforehand. And then you can just eat lunch while you're waiting in line. And it saves time, you don't need to lose your place, and you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. The only drawback is, of course, you're carrying your lunch for, you know, 2 or 3 hours while you wait in line. But believe it, take it from me, when you are eating lunch, you are basically the envy of every person in line because no one else thought of it. And while they're starving, they're looking at you eat your, delicious sandwich or healthy salad. They're wishing that they thought of it. So do yourself a favor, save some money, bring your lunch. Tip number 6. So this will be the last tip of this video. We're bringing a lot of crap. We're bringing snacks. We're bringing UFC belts. We're bringing camera equipment, phones, just a lot of crap. So what I usually do is I get one of these kind of tote bags. These are super handy. It is like a fabric bag. I don't care about the logo, but they're just super good to have. You can throw all your crap into it, and you know, it just doesn't get lost, doesn't get misplaced. The bag won't tear. It's just good to have it. Plus, you're going to be buying t-shirts and all other types of UFC or MMA things, and it's just good to be able to throw it into a bag. So yeah, this tip: bring a bag, make sure it's sturdy, make sure it doesn't rip, make sure it doesn't tear, make sure it's big enough to hold all of your stuff. Alright, cool guys. Check out my next video for the next final 5 tips for the UFC Fan Expo. Thanks for watching. Visit me at theflyingarmbar.com, and UFC Superfan out.